Hi, friends. Look, I have a face. I have a face. Hello, welcome in. How is everybody? Astronaut voice is first. I know that's no big surprise because he's here. He's in voice chat with me. We've been hanging out in voice chat all day, and I was like, I think I'm gonna stream. He's like, stream. I was like, okay. Sully, JJ, hello. Yes, JJ, I heard you were sick. I'm sorry to hear you're sick. But I'm glad you have tested negative for COVID. I'm glad you enjoyed your trip. But I'm sorry that you're not feeling the best. And Wolfie, hello. Yes, it's a face. Hello, it's a face. A face indeed. A face that nobody asked to see. A face that nobody asked to see. Alright. Astro is here. He's hanging out in voice chat with us. Just because we were kind of bullshit in voice chat all day today, so he's just here. He's just hanging out. This is just gonna be a chill, fun little stream. Hanging out with all you guys with my face for the first time in like a week. Astro.
Here I am.
Here you am.
It still says that I was last seen streaming
Bioshock. Well, that's the last thing you streamed.
It's true.
It is true. It is true. You should stream something else.
I don't know what.
What do you have?
I lied. I think I do want to. I think I know what I'm gonna stream. I just don't know when or how I'm gonna keep it up because
I just don't have the strength to do it.
I don't have the strength to do it. I know what I must do.
I know what I must do. One of these days I will stream again. Everybody needs to stream. Listen, just do it. Just do it, guys.
Just do it. I think I want to stream Persona 5.
This one.
Oh yeah.
How will you stream that?
I don't know. That's what I have to figure out.
So this has to,
Oh.
I'm so confused how we're supposed to light this one. Like, I'm honestly confused how I'm supposed to light this one. I have like I'm gonna forget that I have a camera on and I'm gonna like pick my nose or something. Because it's been so long.
No, you'll...
Well, my daughter is in North Carolina for a month. Do it, Wolfie, do it. Honestly, while you have the time. Alright, so this is one that I am very confused. I have eaten. I have a drink. I have water. I will take my meds. Here they are. Mike, thank you for absolutely nothing. Nice. I guess 9 o'clock's late enough that I can take it. Mike, how are you? Welcome in. It's a different headset, or just not when I'm paying attention. I got this back in like February. But yeah, these are the same ones. They like kind of change color depending on, like sometimes they're purple, sometimes they're blue. Alright, so this is one that I don't understand how you're supposed to get to, because it's like up there. Wait, where's the purple light?
Follow the light. Let it guide you.
Yes, it's the Destiny headset. Yeah. Figuring out how to rewind time to recite. See, what'd you see? Who'd you see last night? I know. Isn't that the worst when you're like, man, I just want to like go back and do it again. Like I feel like I didn't appreciate it enough or whatever. Cancel. Thank you. All right, so it's.
Well, this is where this is where the thing was last time. That's where I am.
That's a Talus.
Currently at.
Mamamoo? I don't think I know Mamamoo.
Oh my god. How do I get in there? Oh, that's how. Okay. That looks simple enough to get in there. Can I just...
Dang, Wolfie, you've been
Mushrooms
buying
are
a
so
lot
good.
of Pokeballs?
Oh, I should buy
Mushrooms, yeah.
Pokeballs.
Ooh, who's that? That's Nadra. I need her claw. Alright, I don't... okay. I don't know how
Oh, now it
to
says how many
get
shinies you
up
have.
here. Yeah, no, it's always said how many shinies you have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, not always, but it's said that for a while now, I guess I should say. I want these Poes, but I don't really want to fight this Talus. There's gotta be a way to like climb those without taking the gloom. Like I bet the full gloom resist outfit probably helps. I need to get over here. Ooh, and then did I do that one already? I don't remember if I did that one already. It was like right here. Ooh, nice catch, guys. Nice catch. Wait, I saw it from over here. Hold on. I think it's on the other side of this tree. Yeah, it's over there. Okay. No, I don't. I didn't want to do that. Alright, let's see if I can loop around. Possibly. Maybe. GG!
Oh my goodness.
Hi, bestie. How is Last of Us? OMG, hi! Astro, I gotta radle you back in a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Giant Geezer just resubscribed for
Giant
17
geezer.
months. OMG hi.
OMG, hi. Where are you at in Last of Us currently? Welcome in, bestie. How are you? How you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. I have a face. Hi, hello. I have a face again. How is everyone? We just switched. Ah, first time for Abby. Or no, because you were in Seattle, right? So you're back to Abby after Seattle, right? Okay. But welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, hello. I've missed everybody, even though I've been here, but now I actually have a face again. Hello, hi. But welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for being here. If you do not know who I am, hello, hi, welcome. My name is Krista, or Pinksel. Most people just call me Pink. I am a variety streamer. I play pretty much everything, ranging from things like Lego games, Nintendo games, simulators, shooters, survival games, and like everything in between. I do have a very quick video that I like to show whenever we get a raid to see if this is someplace you might want to hang out, get to know us, spend some time, see like what we're about, what to expect. Hi Franklin, welcome in. Zelda is great, GG. Zelda has been just consuming my life. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in just a moment. Hi there, friends. Are you a human being with disgusting bodily functions?
We were like 2 seconds away from the bike song.
I want to ride my bike! Hey, look, Nate. It's Uranus. I am Cat. I can help you. Look at that donk. I'm sorry that you didn't get to experience the butts. And then they show up and we talk about booty.
I wanna be forever.
How are her boobs not falling out?
First you're like, yeah, then you're like, yeah.
You can't do anything with human meat, which is kind of boring. He's totally dead. He's just standing there. Just because I was supposed to move him. I really messed up, didn't I? I made bad choices. Coming! What if you just like collected a bunch of farts? Are you pooping? Bees! Go, bees! Yes. I want to die right now. I'm gonna go drown. Yeah! Solid. Nobody's looking at my pee-pee. So cute. Perceive my booty, arg. I'm a big girl. I do Mordors. Maybe let's not say those things on my stream. I shoot them my gun. Antidepressant. Is it working?
I want to be haunted by Marcia. Oh,
I'm trying to make the poop.
All right, where's Davy Jones?
Oh my gosh! My monitor.
What I
Nate!
had said.
Why?
What is happening?
Why are you like this? I couldn't make this up if I tried. That won't and can't go wrong. You can go anywhere on Twitch, and this is what you choose to do with your time.
Here's another thing.
Bye. Thank you for the raid, Gigi. I appreciate you. Always good to see you. And I'm very excited to play the forest again next week with you. But yeah, Zelda's going good. I'm currently exploring the depths, which is like my least favorite part of this game so far has been this depths area. But I've made a lot of progress here in the middle. And then I have all this up north that I just, it's killing me. It's killing me. Astro. I don't want to be in the depths anymore. It's scary down here.
Oh, then you have a big problem because you said you were exploring the depths.
You gotta restart Breath of the Wild. Do it. Oh my god, do it. Now's the time. Honestly, now is the time to do Breath of the Wild. There's nothing down here.
Yeah. If you're gonna do Breath of the Wild, do it before Tears of the Kingdom, because I feel like
Never finished it? Oh my god, I love Breath of the Wild. I know, like, everybody says that, but I loved Breath of the Wild so much. I got distracted. Well, it's very easy to get distracted while playing that game.
and this one too.
I know. It's actually harder to stay on task than anything else. Astro and I have a little friendly competition going on to see who can discover the wells. And I got like 5 and 1, and he was so mad. He was like, "Stop! Stop! Stop discovering them!" It's not okay.
I was ahead for 3 wells when we turned.
And then you lost it. And then you lost it. You lost your lead.
No, I think I did because I went and found all of your.
Just exploring? No. That's exactly how you play this game.
It's right.
You just explore. Zelda, listen. Zelda's a big girl. She can take care of herself. She's been doing it for years. She's fine. She can wait. She's fine. I promise.
Bonk.
Yes. I promise you, Zelda will be just fine.
Okay, I found the thing I came looking for. Give it to me.
Listen, every game, every single game, she's like, Link, please come help. And then you show up and she's like using some magic power and she's like, I've been here for 100 hours. And it's like, okay, so you could have been here for 101 hours. You didn't have to rush me. You know.
There it is. Would you look at that? It's so nice.
She's fine. She's fine. Take your time. Don't let her guilt trip you. She's fine.
There it is.
Saz, thank you for the alert. Calm down, lady. Exactly. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. She's literally made of magic. She'll be fine. And if she's not fine, then that sounds like a her problem, doesn't it? Sounds like a Zelda problem, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
I felt more guilty about not making any progress on stream. I feel like with these games, people know that that's kind of like what's gonna happen. But if you set small goals and if you're like, okay, today we're just gonna explore and we're just gonna fill in the map and we're just gonna do that, then like that's what your goal for the day is. And if that's what your goal is every single day, then that's what your goal is every single day. Like, what are you gonna do? But no, like that's what I do with these. I'm like, okay, so today I'm gonna do a temple. Today I'm gonna explore. Today I'm gonna fill in like this area of the map or whatever. Like I set like small goals for myself. Because otherwise these games will literally never end. Quite literally, they will never end.
They sure don't. Okay.
I think I've been spoiled having no camera for so long. Like I forget like I have a stupid face. But I have to like be aware of
No.
like what it looks like and stuff. Llama bird. I know, like I don't even know what these are. Hold on. Let's take a picture.
They're llama birds.
They're forest ostrich.
Oh my god, they're literally llama birds.
No, they're forest ostriches.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Do you see how like derpy their feet are? Like look at them flopping around. Plop, 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 plop.
There.
But yeah, they're llama birds. Llama. Your face is not stupid. No, I meant like I like do stupid things with my face. Like I forgot I have to be aware that people are watching me, so I can't be like, you know, while I'm playing.
You can.
That's. I mean, I can. You're right. I can.
You definitely can, and you should.
Hard same. Yeah, like I'm just like I forget that sometimes I have not only do I have like resting bitch face, but I have like resting concentration face as well. I do. I have really bad RBF. Like if I'm not paying attention, like it's bad. Like I look like I'm mad at everything all the time. Alright, this is not what I want to do. Let's go to this one, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. So angry, I do. Like it just I look displeased with the world. Actually, so earlier I had my dog on my lap and I like put her on a pillow and I was like, man, this is actually kind of comfy, like with like my arms. And I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, see, that's comfy. Wait, what's in there? Oh, I'm cold? Oh, I'm cold.
Oh no, don't get cold.
Let's wear this. There we go.
I mean, look
That's
at that.
what I need right there.
Sleeveless, of course he's cold.
I told you, Link's a whore. Didn't you see his backless outfit?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Don't oh my gosh me. If
Wait,
I were to wear that,
hold
they would
on.
be like, that's so much skin.
Is it?
Well, thanks, besties. It's enjoy your dindins. Enjoy your dindins.
Oh, the other one isn't backless though. The other one's more like reserved. He's
Oh,
even got little
really?
socks on, yeah.
Oh, he has little socks on his little peetsies? Wow.
Good. No, these are. Oh no, they're like covered. I thought they were
Oh.
like sandals with socks. No, they're completely covered as they should be.
As they should be. What is this? Have I unlocked you, sir? My duties today are complete. Yes, I know. I know how to do that. Thank you. I know how to do that.
Ooh.
I know.
I've
She's
just
building
gotten back into Legos.
Really?
Yes, and I'm so addicted to it. I really want to get more, but they're so expensive now.
I feel like Legos have always been expensive, but we were just kids and didn't pay for them. Oh my
Or
gosh,
we got
why did you
the
just
not,
do this?
and we didn't get the expensive ones. We got, you know, silly, just, you know, just blocks, no instructions.
Oh yeah.
Little ones, yeah. But now I want the big boy ones. The big boy
I
ones.
need
Give me.
fans.
Give
Time
me
bomb? Okay, let's
Star
use this
Wars.
one. Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, I told you about it. I got the little Mandalorian head. So cool.
You did. You did
But it's a
tell me.
little one. It's a little one. It's, not
It's a
big
little one. Speaking
Yes.
of little, I'm a little snacky. I would like a little bit of a snack situation. But I don't.
How about a sandwich?
What? But I would have to
Perfect
go
for
make
any
a
snack
sandwich.
occasion. Oh,
I know,
wow.
but I would have to go
Okay.
make a sandwich.
How about an ice cream
I don't
sandwich?
crave an ice cream. Ooh,
How
nice
about
returns would be
cheese?
good, but I might have to have like crackers or a Pop Tart or something.
Ooh, a Pop-Tart. Get a Pop-Tart.
But they're definitely more expensive. Yes, that's true. They definitely are more expensive than they used to be.
Oh yeah, they are for sure more expensive. For sure. Hey,
Okay. Oh, hello? Wow. It said put in, like, and then they just dropped them on the ground anyway? Okay.
like, you.
He was
I ain't
just
putting
like
nothing
nervous.
here.
He's like, nah.
Like,
Alright. Now, what's in this one here? Yes, I need this one. No, this one. Yeah, I'm gonna go put a Pop-Tart in the toaster. I will BRB.
ooh, okay.
I know, right? Watch out. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot. You guys can see my mess. My mess, because I have a camera. So I feel like a lot of these companies are just getting like so freaking cheap. Because I just pulled out those Pop-Tarts and both Pop-Tarts in my thing were like barely frosted. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Bullshit.
Thank you, JJ. I appreciate you. Alright, give me some rockets. You give me 3 rockets. Amazing. Thank you for nothing. Alright, what else do I have? Are they off-brand? No, they're Pop-Tarts. They're Pop-Tarts. That's why I'm like, what the fuck?
Tarts.
Yeah.
They're Pop Tarts, man.
They're Pop-Tart brand Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tart brand Pop-Tarts.
Mm-hmm.
But are you sure?
I'm sure I just opened them. Oh my gosh.
But are you really sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I am really, really sure.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, what the heck? These cheap ass companies.
I feel that's what they're doing. And cereal boxes, people don't notice it because they stack them facing forwards, but
Yeah.
they're getting thinner. Like,
Yeah, no,
noticeably
everything
thinner.
I can tell because like I do the ordering and stuff. Like I can tell that things like sodas used to be 20 ounces and now they're 16.9 ounces. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like I
Yeah,
see that thing.
Like, they stay the same price,
Mm-hmm.
but you get less.
Or sometimes they even go up. Sometimes they don't stay the same price.
Oh,
Narrowing
really?
cereal boxes for years. Yeah. Or the same thing, like, I noticed, so one of my favorite pasta dishes from Ruby Tuesdays used to be like $15 or whatever, and it was this huge pasta dish. And then they brought out this pasta dish for me. Like, this was like probably like, you know, so I used to I started eating it like 10 years ago. And then like maybe like 5 years ago, whatever, I ordered it. And it comes in this little tiny little bowl now. And I was like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Absurd.
Like, this is
Absurd.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absurd.
Alright, I need... Dang. Companies rip us up. Yeah, it's true. And, like, the worst part is like, so like I said, so, like, I do the ordering, but I don't do the price changes. Like, I don't be like, this needs to be this much. But, like, I'm the one who, like, literally prints the price changes out and I hang them up. And it's like, I see things going up, like, 70 cents, $1, $2, and I'm like, this is stupid! Why? Why are we doing this? Nothing is increasing. The only thing that's increasing is the price. The size isn't increasing. Like, nothing is getting better.
Carrying feels so good in this game, but I feel it's not as rewarding as dodging.
Oh, yeah. Can you turn your sound down just a smidge, please? So it doesn't come through on stream. Are these the hooks? No. Oh, there's Laz. I love seeing everyone log in. It makes me laugh.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
do
I
not.
see you. I
No.
see you. It'd be Laz. I just said. I was like, there's Laz logging in. Hi, Laz. How
Laz,
was your
run.
day? No, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Aster's just mad because I saw him.
No,
Yes.
you didn't.
Ooh, I bet you there's stuff here I haven't discovered yet. Is there a tower? Can I make it from the Highlands Tower? Let's see. Let me get my Pop-Tarts. Hold on.
Nothing has happened, laws. Nothing stole.
Alright, once this cools off, I want to show you guys this bullshit. What misfit no, nothing's happened. I haven't even been live that long. It's only been a half hour, yeah. It's nothing crazy today, but the night is still young, you know.
You're unbearably cold, oh no.
I know, I am. I just need to figure out. Ooh. I'm not gonna make it across, I don't think. Captain Jack, hello, welcome in. How are you?
You will.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make that. No, I'm not gonna make that.
You're right. You won't.
Nah,
You're right.
I have to relaunch. I'm not gonna make it. Is that where you? I guess we'll see if that's where I have to launch from. I suppose we'll see. My Pop-Tarts are too hot, but I'm so hungry.
Cool them off.
Okay. I don't know if I can even make that. I suppose we'll see. Alright, there we go. So you have some of the stew? What was happened? What was that? What just happened?
Interesting. Careful you don't die. Careful you don't
I
die.
know. I know, but what happened? Like, what just was that?
You got a warm meal?
No, but it's fine. I was
Oh,
frozen.
you'd rather. Okay. You're still cold?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Just in case.
Yeah, I know, but I'm.
Oh,
in there, so,
the like the little was it like a blue like ring around you?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean it means you're now in a. Well, you'll see. You see
Now
little blue
what?
particles around?
Yeah.
Jump. Do a jump. See?
Oh.
Jump. Hop.
Poor K. Poor K. What's in the stew you made, Laz? Alright, so. Go up. Wait, there's a star over here. Have I done this one, though? No. No, I haven't, because there's 0 heroes mode here. Okay. Oh, should I try?
To do what? You had rockets right there.
I'm going to
you're
the
going down.
star!
I'm glad that checked out then. What the hell happened?
Ah, this is what I hate about this one. They fall down,
get
and then
it?
you have to, like...
Did you get it?
Yeah,
No,
no, I
did you
got
get
it. Jack, stop! Yeah, I got it.
Sure. Just rewind.
Jack! Buddy! Like, seriously!
Hit the
It's
road,
ridiculous,
Jack.
bro.
Don't come back no more, no. Hit the road.
Or you can't. You can't rewind it.
You can't?
Okay, no.
Oh,
No,
you can't.
look.
Wow.
No.
Ooh, they thought of the rewind
Mhm.
technique. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
What assholes.
Uh-huh.
That's okay, as long as you got it, that doesn't matter.
That was a good one. That's a good one.
Ooh, that is really nice. No, I can't. Their buzz is... Okay.
That's funny.
Probably...
Rib meat, green chilies, corn, baby carrots, broccoli, rotel, and beans. Oh, that sounds actually really good.
And beans. Ooh.
I know, did you see that picture? There's no way this wolf is gonna knock me out right now. Oh my god, what the... How does everything get so tangled underneath my desk? Like, I don't understand it. I haven't even moved, like how is it? Oh, it's so bright out here. Alright, where am I? I'm over here. Mm-mm-mm. I haven't been here either. I don't think I can.
You don't think you can be here? Oh. Okay.
I think I have to make something. Yeah, like I think I have to make something and fly from here.
Does it not give you like the materials for it?
Let's see. Well, there's nothing over
'Cause
here. Let's go over here.
maybe a falling rock?
No. I don't know. All right, so here, now it's nice and cool. I can show you. Look at the BS that is this Pop-Tart. Look at how little. Look at this
It's almost
Pop-Tart.
half frosted.
Look at this Pop-Tart.
It's almost like half frosted.
This is Pop-Tart brand Pop-Tart right now, guys.
Popping. You gonna let them do you like that? Really?
Right? What is that shit?
It's insane. That is actually insane.
It's ridiculous. I'm like, I'm almost paying for an unfrosted Pop-Tart right there.
pretty unfrosted, if I do
I know.
say so myself.
I know. I know. I've been over here, I think, already. Yeah, I've been over here already. So, am I supposed to take something from up here and fly over here? Oh, wait. What if I just... Hold on. What if I'm just not stupid? And what if I just fly the other way? Let's see how far we can go if we actually look the proper direction. Okay. Try again. We get there.
Well, maybe. That looks like it's reachable.
Maybe. Maybe not. The only other way would be if there's a rock that fell low enough. I might... Alright, let me at least get the chest piece on, just in case I do make it.
The chest piece? What chest piece?
The Zora chest piece?
Oh. You'll make it, you'll make it. It looks like you, if you don't run out of stamina, you'll make it.
I'm gonna run out
Oh
of stamina.
my god, it's gonna be. No, you'll make it. You'll make it. You'll make it. You made it. Do you have something new? You have nothing?
Nope.
Oh
Alright, hold
no,
on.
you had nothing.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's
You're
okay.
landing in water? Oh,
No, it's okay.
oh, the cheese.
Wolfie, thank you for the lurk. No, I'm gonna make some. I'm gonna make some salmon stuff and do it again.
No, but you should have died. You ran out of stamina midair. Chidi. That's okay. I cheaty as well.
It's not cheaty if it works.
Uh-huh. It's 100% cheaty if it works. What do you mean? That's not how the saying goes.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah. That's exactly how the saying goes. The saying that I made.
It's- Okay, you just... Okay.
The saying that I made goes that way.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Uh-huh. It's not cheating if it works, you know? Oh my god, is that a joke right now? That's the second time this game has done that. Alright, let's cook some stamina stuff. Stamina. We're gonna make it this time.
Stamina, eh.
We're gonna make it this time, chat.
Oh, no, it's below the face. Oh, there it is.
Alright. Where do we have that stamina? This one? Two of those.
Stamina, eh.
No.
Okay.
I hate my life right now.
Okay, that's not bad.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh my god, that stuck in my head. I hate you so much.
Kawakai, eh. Wait, you made a stealth thing.
Yeah, I'm just
We're
cooking
gonna make-
crap.
Don't cook crap.
Why?
Don't cook crap. Wait, what's going on here?
Why? I mean, what's going on?
No, on my end.
Oh. You can't say that to a streamer.
I'm sorry. Anyways, you said you were cooking stamina stuff.
I am.
But you lied. You
No, I'm just
lied.
cooking this other crap just to get rid of it. Okay, stamina. Oh, this is health. That's good. Let's do that. And then we'll do stamina food here. Alright, I'll do. Okay, and then we'll do. Okay. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay.
There's nothing else here. Okay.
Chip, doop, doop, doop. Okay, so we've got plenty of those things here. Okay. Nice. do one of those. That should be a lot of health. There we go. That's a lot of health. Okay. Nice.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Okay, what else? Okay, I think that's like okay for right this second. I think that's okay for right this second.
Nothing soy.
I think so, eh?
Where's Burrows? So they get A with us. Oh,
They
is
are
that
not
the
here.
only? All right, hold on.
They are not here. They have left us.
How unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, isn't it?
It is fortunate.
Okay, now. Let's try this again. Let's see if I can do
And
this
plop.
time. Okay, so I am going to put the full gliding armor on. I'm going to do some cold resist. Then when I get close, I'm going to change it to the Zora chest piece. Even though
But
I
if
don't
you're
think
just gonna
gliding...
glide, yeah, if you're just gonna glide, you don't need the full. But if you're gonna, what is it? If you're gonna skydive for a little bit, you
Right,
for sure
that's what I'm
want the
saying.
glider.
The paraglider is what I'm gonna paraglide the second I get up. And let me go and go. Using the smarticles, trying to be smart. I also have to get the Zora helm. I have to go back over
You do.
in domain, obviously.
You do. You definitely do.
Got the helm. You never found the pants? I have the pants, I just don't have the helm.
You never found the pants, my guy? There's a quest for that, Laws. Come on, Laws. You gotta talk to more people in the quest.
Astro.
Be better, Laws.
Sorry,
Or I don't know if your game's just bugged because Laws said they didn't get the quest for the other thing.
Who talks to NPCs when you can go murder things without asking?
He doesn't talk to NPCs. I knew it. I knew it because I don't talk to NPCs either. I'm kidding, I do. Oh, you had to fast travel, so it did work though after that.
Make it. Aha, I made it.
Nice. Good job. Oh, you're going so fast.
Okay.
What's up there? What's up there?
Snails.
There's
You
no
found
way you did
Rodania's
that for
helm?
snail. Rudania.
Wait, is that this one? Is that this one?
Rudania.
That's this. Yeah. Oh, Rudania is... Oh, that's, Goron. Goron. I haven't done anything in Goron yet. Astro yelled at me because I talked to an NPC, and he's like, that's story stuff! And I was like,
yell.
no! And he's like, you're a fucking idiot! I hope you deserve
you.
everything that comes to you. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so mean.
That is exactly how it went.
I know. I was there.
You could have indeed. There's something here I should. Oh my god, I haven't done that. Shit. Okay. Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect, you say? Look at you. Boop. Oh my god. Oh,
Okay,
you
so
know
there's
what must
more
be done.
stuff here.
You know what must be done.
So I can figure out these lost with. I haven't even been there yet. I haven't even been there yet.
Ooh,
Oh my god, grab.
I know how to figure them out. Lol.
Of course you do, because you're so much further ahead than everybody.
Oh my god, I am not. You literally said there's no ahead or behind.
Yeah? Well, then every time everyone says something, you're like, I've already done it. I
That
already
doesn't mean
know.
I'm ahead.
That's exactly what that means. If you've already done it, and you
No,
already
because
know.
because you said there's no ahead or behind, so I'm not ahead.
Until you got so far ahead that there's
Oh, shit, I'm not
so far ahead.
I am not.
You are.
I am not far ahead. I'm not ahead at all, even.
You are. How many temples have you done?
I've done.
Exactly. Oh my god, why are you doing this?
But that means you've explored more.
Is that what
Than
that
I
means?
have.
Is that what that means? This is a joke. This is an absolute stick right here where I'm telling you to. Right there. Oh my god.
Do not come on.
Jeez. Amazing. I'm the best.
You're the best.
One
you say?
basic boy? Yikes. I've fought one basic boy myself, and thank you so much for the follow. Ooh, another stage as well. And he kicked my butt like 3 times. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, so... Where do I go from here? Where do I go? How do I get there? Over here? Yes, technically I guess this general direction. I just can't see anything. No, I legit can't see anything. Oh, I'm heading the right way, okay. Oh wait, is that? No, it's not there. What am I looking for? Oh. Where? I'm almost here, but where is it? Oh, wow. Well then, found something about when it comes to fully upgrading the gliding set. Yeah, you need Gleeok wings, don't you? Is that what it is? Is that what you just found out? Yup. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure eventually I will fight one. Eventually. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I need to go down because I need to go right here. I don't even know, like... I don't even know where to start with a Gleehawk.
Ah.
So many arrows unless Riju has some cheesiness. Oh.
Ah.
They just need so many arrows, yeah.
Ah.
And no, Riju does not have it. Well, I fought the
Huh?
thunder one, so I guess Riju wasn't gonna be very useful. But the thunder one was rough. And like for the how many do you need?
I mean, I got halfway. I got like a little bit less than halfway through the King Gleeok. So I feel like if I have a cheese and if I have a place to kind of like stay and like, you know, heal and all that stuff, like I'm good. Like King Gleeok, I was able to do as much as I did because I had cover and I was able to just stand behind cover, you know?
Yeah, I guess. I guess you're right.
Yeah. That's also where I was gonna head if I couldn't figure out the Lost Woods themselves. That's not under the Lost Woods, is it? No, because here's the Lost Woods. Yeah, yeah. So apparently under the Lost Woods is really scary, from what I've heard. I haven't been there yet. Oh, but Laz, can't you just do this? It doesn't he sell monster parts? Can't you just get Gleeok wings from him?
He... Yeah, he sells them. Yeah, he sells them.
Because he's about to give me a Lionel something. Okay. White maned Lionel Macehorn. Amazing.
This is
40
so risky.
fuse
Oh,
power.
this is
Holy
so
crap.
risky.
Ew,
Oh,
is
I'm
this
scared.
a Horriblin? Ew, look at the Horriblin helm. It's so ugly.
Please.
It's so ugly.
Yes. Yeah, some of them are ugly, but that's okay.
Yeah, see, there's a Gleeok right there. Alright, who in chat has fought and
You.
killed a Gleeok? Other than Astro, because we know Astro's the best at this game. He's so far ahead of everybody. Oh my god.
It was the Thunder Gleeok.
Cause not worth it.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. The amount of resources you put into it
Okay, rest of the heart. Okay.
versus the rewards it gives you, it is
Okay.
not at all worth it. But though, Laws, I have to admit, I killed the Thunder one, and the parts are really good for weapons. Mine hasn't even broken yet, and I've had it for a while now. But yeah, they're not worth it. They're just not worth it. Yeah. I am with Laws on this one.
Hiding from view. Okay. Acting wild. Okay. An energizing elixir. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Where is said horse?
Maybe.
I don't have Lionel bows. No.
Maybe, but it's absurd. The amount of resources I spent on it, it's incredible. But I think I just wasn't very efficient at it. So I think I want to try my hand at another one and see.
Why is there like a snow circle here?
Exactly why.
I have no reason. Man, I need the snow boots and the sand boots and stuff. Like, for real. Okay. I've been having fun killing Lionels. Man, what's that like? What's that like, being able to kill a Lionel?
I killed one and they're just so absurd. They're so tough. But I think I'm just not using the proper weapons and techniques. That's just my excuse for not. Where do you even farm Lionels? He said Lionels. Have you just been actively hunting Lionels, my guy?
Probably. He
Chad.
probably goes like.
What a Chad. You know what? I want to check out King Leak now. Because why not? Why not? We're all checking out King Leak, aren't we? Fine.
Are we?
I don't know.
Is that what we're
You
doing?
checked him out.
I did
I
not
wanna
mean to
try.
check him out.
You're like, hey.
I see
Well,
a
then
Lionel
you
I kill
almost
sometimes
got him.
overworld, usually underworld.
I haven't seen a single Lionel in the depths.
Oh, I've seen a bunch.
I haven't seen. I see a lot of frogs. And not the farmable
Nah.
kind. You know, I just see frogs.
No. Ah, I got frozen. Go faster than this. No, oh my god. Yeah, this is dumb. This is so dumb.
Oh, I didn't see what killed you.
The fucking Gleeok killed me.
Oh, are you doing are you doing the golden horse quest?
Yeah. Well, I do find it funny.
Well, I died to that Goliath too, so.
No, it's just like, it's so dumb. Like, there's no way to not fight these things.
Yeah. And plus you don't have the you move slow in snow.
Yeah.
Which really does not help the cause at all.
I think I have to go over there, obviously. Hey, Nyx! How are you? Hey, doing alright? I'm good. It's possible to avoid if you go super wide around him. The horse has got to be over there, I bet. Like, I would just imagine I'm following the debris of this ruin here.
Alright. Alright, I'm going for it. I'm going for it, Laz. Going for the King Leak. I have no resources. I'm just gonna put down save and reload it. Just in case. Something weird happens. Okay. But I'm gonna go with powerful weapons, right? How I should
Come on.
be going for it.
Come on. Okay. Where is he? Where is he? Where did it go? I can't see. Wait, he doesn't like despawn once I've gotten over here, right? Oh no, he's over there. That's weird.
You wish he despawned.
Well, I couldn't see him. Did you see him? I didn't see him.
No, I didn't see him. I didn't see him. You're right. You were correct.
Okay, and then I gotta go over there. He could, yeah. No, there's no way. No, there's no way. I refuse.
Dazzle through his ass. I don't think it works so much. Because I don't think it'll work on certain enemies.
There we go. He forgot about me already. He forgot about me already. He's already moved on. Just like all the men in my life. Forgotten and moved on. From me. Oh look, there it is.
Okay.
There's the horse.
So I'll definitely need this thing. I'm gonna need...
Okay.
I think it'll be
Whew.
this.
There's a hole by the Lost Woods. Is there? Right here? Alright. Do I have to sneak up on it? Probably. Do I get to keep the horse? Okay. This is what we're gonna do. This one, and then this one. Look at the horses. I like that they gave the horses different hairstyles too, like the wild horses. Now read you! Nice. Nice. Good job. Alright. Alright, so we have to go way around this Gleeok here. Okay.
Oh, he one-shotted me straight up, really?
So many living trees. What are they called? Evermeans? Oh, here's a sign. We'll have to go back for him.
I need desperately.
I want to keep this
where
horse.
she need you.
I really want to keep the horse, even though it probably won't let me. Here you go, here's the horse. I did that. I did that. I did that. Look who's back home. You're welcome. Civil Lionel has crashed pad. Good Godspeed. Godspeed. Oh, are you gonna keep it? Oh, the royal bridal? Alright, what am I naming it? Thanks to you. There you go. For my nest egg. Got our bonus. Oh, the pants. Okay. Supper! Alright, what are we gonna name it? What's like a different word for gold? Like aubergine or whatever.
Oh, I named it something like that. Different word for gold. Yep, yep, yep.
Oh.
I named it
What should I name?
Aurelium.
What can we name it? What can we name it? What can I name it? Let's see here. Google names for gold. Aurorus, I like that. Since you already did Aurelian. Okay, Aurorus. Aurorus!
Oh.
Oh! Can you release a horse? I want to see. Can you release a horse? Or do you have to have a full?
I mean, I think you could release the horse.
I think you have to have a full. Yeah, I think once your thing is full, I think once your stables are full.
I need. Oh, here's what I need. Ooh, I got. Ooh, okay, I got hit hard there.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
I feel like the purple is good on this. Yes.
Oh my god, you're kidding me.
Okay. Yes. You lost your rhythm? Oh no.
This is the one that creates. And
Oh Okay, so there is a cave right here that is not checked off. Oh my
Alright,
gosh.
laws, I'll tell you right now if the King Leok is worth it.
Is?
I'll tell him if it is. And
Oh.
I will say... I don't think it is. Well, let me see what I get here, but I don't think it's worth it. If you're not, I can tell you the drops, but I don't find.
Yeah, the drops are like the same as like all three. So like you'll get like thunder, fire, like you'll get like some
Yeah,
of
but
each.
you'll get one of each, which sucks. It's not bad for wings, I guess.
But I mean, okay, but do those wings do anything better than like any other wings?
I
Geese
think
or
they are the
Aracuda
best.
wings?
I think they're the best wings to put on the arrow. Let me see if it'll say anything about it. Is it just
There's not a bubble gem in here, I don't think.
Bubble. That's the Leok wing.
Oh wait, yes there is, I bet.
Yeah, arrows and thrown weapons fly farther with this item attached, but I think it's like the best one because it'll fuse with 24 power versus the wings which are like 1.
Yeah.
And there are different types, like the eyeballs. They'll definitely fuse with like better.
I see.
Yeah.
There's the bubble frog. That's how you know they'll check off. Don't tell Bertha.
Everyone, do not.
No, do not tell. Do not.
You got it. Alright, where is said Lionel laws? Because I need Lionel parts. Now that I can't,
If you've taken a picture of it, can't you look where they are?
Oh, I did not take a picture.
I
Wait, can you like look
may
where they are, like straight up on the map?
Doesn't it tell you? Yeah, it doesn't tell you where they are. Hold on.
No, isn't it like you find in the like the shrines? It straight up tells you where things are? No.
Yeah, Blue Maned Lionel, common locations: Lanayru, Great Spring, and Eldon Canyon depths. Yeah, it tells you
And
where
it
they
tells
are.
you the drops?
Yes. Look.
What have I been doing?
Nothing apparently.
Oh, and you can stain with weapons and stuff. Oh.
Yes.
Alright.
The compendium is totally worth doing this time around.
Yeah. Wells. You can take pictures of the wells, guys? Just so you know.
Oh yeah, I need to do that before I forget.
Yep.
I'll grab my horse here. Master Sword, the best for mining. No, we know what the best for mining is now. Because of Law's brilliant but accidental idea last night.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, it's legit like what I use now all the time.
I took pictures of the Gleon. Oh, I should have taken the picture of the king.
Oh yeah, the king's hard to
I
take
mean,
a
I
picture
know.
of, but yeah.
I know where it is. Oh wait, if I have a picture. Oh, and it tells you like where exactly to find these things. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I need to go. Okay.
Wait, is there not a well here? Well.
So, a frog should be somewhere around here because I need a frog. Oh, I should have left the. Oh. I should have done so many things before anything. That's okay. Because if I'm gonna farm this idiot, I
Oh,
should
look,
have left a
here we
fast
go.
travel marker.
Ah.
Oh, you found the ladies.
I did.
Good job.
I did find them. I found them.
Mm.
Gotta chase off the monsters. Yes. I will help you.
Ah.
And they're like, you will. Ooh.
Oh.
Can I do this with the... No.
Ah. Oh. Oh. Mm.
Oh, I did it apparently. Who finds the haven? Wait, what's
Oh,
that
did you
one?
talk to them? Did you talk to
Favors
them?
drift.
And
Stundura Basin. What is that? Stundura Basin. Steam. There's steam in Stundura Basin, they said. That almost doesn't make sense though. Okay, what does it say? Near a pond in Hebra. Okay. Alright, so there's Stundura Basin. Here's a pond. This, weird, but okay. Let's see. There's building supplies here. Hmm. No way, really? Close enough. Stages all being on your screen. Yeah. I activate them accidentally all the time.
oh, I have the opposite problem. I'm like, when I want to activate one, I cannot find the one I want. Or it's super far away. I'm like, God, why aren't you all just here? Just be here with me. You don't need to be anywhere else. I am the main character.
I believe it's called The Legend of Zelda.
I am the main character. Me. Link. Linky. No.
You, the Link. The weakest link.
The weakest? Excuse me.
Haven't you heard that? You are the
Is
weakest link. Goodbye.
absolutely a beast. I have.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Sir? I'm really not, like, aiming for your shit right now.
Wow.
Get disintegrated. Let's see if I can do another completely flawless one like last time, Astro.
There's. I mean, I guess you can definitely do it. That one was insane. It didn't budge.
I know, it literally didn't move like a single pixel. It was quite literally perfect. It was my best work yet, I think.
It was. I agree.
And now the Lionel's dead, you can continue on your way. Laz, I wish I was as good as you.
I just need to find big old frog. I think here would be a good place to look then. I don't know.
Consistently practicing? Yeah. I've gotten much better at parrying, like lately than I have been ever. But it's still not, still not as good as it could or should be.
That's okay.
Let's see. Let's see. I don't know if this one will work. Let's see. Let go.
You
Didn't
made a
move.
full-on shelter. Oh, it moved a bit on my screen.
No, it didn't. It didn't move at all.
It didn't.
It's perfect.
You get the pass this time, but not forever.
Is that forever? No. It was perfect. It was quite literally perfect.
You constantly practice parries. I try to go for the dodge, but that's a bit more dangerous. I just feel the dodge is more rewarding. The parry feels amazing, for sure. But the dodge is just
Sturdy Ninia's secret spring. Okay.
hard, dude. I'm gonna throw you do something at me. Some more. Oh my god,
Is
you're
this
kidding.
like a little cave? It is. That and parry strats are probably some of the better ones since it opens a window to slap its face with some arrows along the mount. Nice. Alright, I have to pee, so I will actually BRB. I am back.
Making me.
Why, thank you much. Okay. Again. What the fuck? The space is not that big. I just don't understand this. This is stupid. Hold on, guys. This is so dumb.
There's one. There's one. All right, let's get to it.
Okay, I don't know how the heck it happened, but my mouse cord was like tangled in a monitor cord. And it's like, I don't understand because I haven't like unplugged stuff, you know? Almost 11? Oh, jeez. Okay. So maybe I'll do a temple tonight. No, not tonight.
Ooh. Ah.
Drifting stream? The hot spring?
Ah.
Mushroom Haven.
You find it?
No. I mean, yeah, but no. Yeah.
Oh, you found the girls again, I guess then.
Truffles, we want those. Does it really exist? I feel like I haven't gotten a lot of like anything. Like, no jewels or anything. Oh, jeez, laws. I hate that. I absolutely hate that for you.
You found a ham, baby. That's rough. I hate the hands 100% of the time.
Oh my god, me too. Me too. Me.
That was good. That was good.
Thanks. Where does this go? Oh. This is what they were looking for.
Ooh.
Hmm. Already grabbing you.
Ah.
A haven.
Eh? Ah. Mmm. What?
Go where?
Oh. Ah.
Oh my gosh. That's so, like, that's so sad. She's like, you found here first. I guess you can have all the mushrooms. We'll just leave.
Well, good that they understand finders keepers.
Mm-hmm. They definitely did, but... Definitely expected them to put up a fight.
They can't fight. They
They're
couldn't
like-
even fight the monsters.
I mean, they could be like, well, we told you about it, so we should get some.
No. They didn't.
No,
Don't worry.
come here and cancel. Cancel. No, cancel. Okay, well, we still didn't find the bubble gem yet, so let's keep going. Bubble gem.
Bubble. The bubble gem. The bubble.
Hee hee. Oh, here it is. Amazing. And now it's checked off as complete. Oh my god, there's no way.
Hey, why?
Why do you... Explode, like, in front of you? I don't understand, like, the consistency with it sometimes. Like, you want to hit what's in front of you, but sometimes it'll hit the sides. Like, okay, whatever. I'm done in here anyway. I'm done in here anyway. So dumb. Mm. Ugh. That's what I need. Well, well, well. Whew. My meds are starting to kick in way sooner than they usually do. Mm, let's start by turning the cameras off so I can turn this light off. And let's see how that feels. If I start to feel
Goodbye
too
forever.
tired, we'll end it. Well, if I feel too tired, we'll end it.
That's okay.
Yeah. Usually I usually get about 3 hours out of a pill before I start to get tired, but I made it like an hour and less than 2 hours here, so
It's
I
not too
may
bad.
like just be tired though, so
That's not bad. Pretty
mm.
good.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm probably like actually just tired. So,
And that's okay.
yeah. It's okay.
It is.
It's okay.
It very much is.
It's okay. Where am I even going?
No. What was your heading? If you had one.
Hold on a second. I need to make some weapons is what I need to do. Like I need to drop this. Drop that. Guess I don't really have a heading.
That's okay. You're just
Ooh, Citron
exploring.
Mountain is here.
That's what I'm doing in the depths. I'm deep in the deep down dark over here.
Deep in deep. I do think I am gonna end stream though. I
That's
am a
okay.
little yeah, just my meds are kicking in a little sooner than they normally do. So I'm just gonna call it a little early tonight and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know like I don't know. I don't know. It just caught up to me, I think.
No, it's okay.
It just caught up to me, I think.
It did. It really did.
Let me see. Is there anybody even on, or I might even just end, and I might even not raid. Hold on, let's see. Chaos is on. Trem is on. Better end. Yeah. I was like, if I feel my meds kicking in, and I'm like, it would just be better to just call it, you know, rather than push it and
Yes.
possibly, you know, feel like I feel like I can't. Yeah.
Feel like you
Um,
can't.
no, I was gonna say like feel like I
know,
can't like step away or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Let's either raid. Let's raid Mock, I guess. We don't get to raid Mock very often because time differences and stuff, but we're gonna go raid him. I'll be back tomorrow. Most likely I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Yeah. Sorry that I ended so early. Sorry that it was kind of so quick. I apologize, but thanks for hanging. And go say hi to
Okay.
Mock. And Mock's bot does not do the word raid, so do not copy and paste the raid message. Do not copy and paste the raid message.
really?
Yes. Just go say hi to Mock.
Okay. Bye. Okay. No, that's okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah, that's no problem. That is